So we're a weekend for those that bought the deluxe edition, but coming from your favorite YouTuber that you don't know yet, King of Fighters 15 is pretty good. Like, share, subscribe. I want to talk about it a little bit. I want to talk about the good that I've experienced, the bad that I've experienced, and some of the things that I think should be implemented or just kept the same. But I don't like doing long intros, so let's get started. So peak game, right? I am not a KOF player, but this game literally is single-handedly making me want to become a KOF player. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have great enjoyment with expressing myself in this game. And I found myself for the week not even thinking about Guilty Gear Strive, because I am a Guilty Gear Strive player. And it's a couple of things that go with that. The first being, and I'm going to get this out the way, I want to get this elephant out the room now. Is this an easier KOF? Yes. Go play 2002 and then come back and play this one, and you will understand the amount of execution you need in 2002 versus this one is significantly more difficult. It is significantly more difficult, in my opinion. This is a subjective take, so please do not go in my comments and start spewing some bullshit, because I'm going to cut you out. But does that mean this game is not hard? No, this game still has its very good execution barrier. Now, remember I made a video and I said Strive does accessibility right. I was wrong. This game does accessibility right. This game did not alienate its community whatsoever. In fact, a lot of people who play KOF are really the ones saying they're really enjoying the game. You still have characters like Ash that has a high execution barrier, but then you also have a character like King that is good for beginners, where you can learn the game with her. Same with Robert. You can learn the game with him, and I feel like he's dead in the middle, where he has things you need to know how to execute, but then he has your basic I can play Shoto playstyle. And I think that's really good because it leads into character diversity. Character diversity in this game is immaculate. Like I said, I lean my team more towards King, Robert, Vanessa, and all three do different things. I don't feel like it's a strike throw game like I do sometimes in Guilty Gear, where I can play Ram or I can play Nago and they basically do the exact same shit. Strike throw, try to get you in the corner, try to pressure you, try to jump out, etc, etc. With King, I can zone you and I can make sure you stay wherever I need you to stay wherever I need you to be at. With Robert, he's my all-rounder. I can go in, I can rush down, I can play Shoto-like, I can play the fireball game, control space, I can try and catch you out on anti-air. He excels at being very good at everything. And then I have Nessa, where I want to rush down, I want to mix you, I want you to press a button, I can feint, I can charge to you and get in when I want to. All three of my characters have three different traits, and they're strong at their three different traits. And that goes with the rest of the cast. Like I said, you have Ash, that is an immaculate zoner, but has a super high execution barrier, but can literally 100 to 0 you at the anchor. You have someone like King of Dinosaurs, which is he's a really good grappler. You have somebody like Clark, that's a really good grappler, and those two function way differently. You have someone like Ramon, yet again, another grappler, but he's more speedy, off the wall, luchador type character. It's so many different styles of play, and it makes me enjoy learning of the character. It makes me want to adventure outside my main three and see if I can play somebody else. And when a game can do that, to me, that says a lot for it. Now, gameplay wise, you still got those execution barriers. I said it before, you still do it, but I feel as though the game allows for you to build slowly into that and still be able to compete. You don't need to have strong combos with your first character. If you don't know, you gain an extra bar meter based off of how many characters you have. So if you down to your anchor, which is your very last character, you'll have 5 meters of bar, right? So then you can go into your level 1, cancel into your level 2, cancel into your level 3, and that should be your hard hitting combo. Whereas you can have a character at your point and they can still be strong, but they don't need the meter like that. That's why my team consists of Robert, King, and Vanessa, with Robert at point, King at mid, and Vanessa at, my anchor. I like that, I like that you can build your team around that gameplay. And then you have your whole footsies. Now, footsie work different in this game. I'm not used to having to hop and super hop, and the RPS are hop, strike, and you know how that go. I'm not used to that RPS, and as I'm building more and more, I can slowly see the improvement of my game, and that's what I really enjoy about this game. Now, middling part. Now, I gotta say this about their rollback netcode. This is a hit and miss for me. This is why I call this the middling part. The rollback netcode to me is okay in this game. It's not great like Strive, but it ain't Street Fighter because apparently Street Fighter has rollback. So it's good, but it's not that good. You know what I'm saying? I still had matches where I would have hiccups in the middle of the game, and then it would just spike and then come back down. And I understand maybe they're gonna patch it. Maybe it was something in the netcode that wasn't ready when it came to their rollback. But I can say this for sure, that I have a lot less laggy matches than I do straight up it's playable. Now, I would say out of 10 matches, I would say about 3 of them may be laggy, which that's okay. I do know they got the level 4. I don't know if it's the I think it is a Wi-Fi indicator. So some people may be playing on Wi-Fi and I'm just not paying attention to it. But it's annoying, especially when the match starts. It kind of rips. It kind of rips for a second. Or if you lose a character and it goes to the next character, it kind of rips. That's kind of annoying. Also, the tutorial sucked to me. And the reason why I said the tutorial sucked to me is because I'm used to Strive tutorial. I'm used to MK11 tutorial. That it's a little bit more detailed. It shows you what to do, and then it make sure you can function well into it. So maybe it'll give you a timer like, all right, try this 5 times, right? So I just feel like I wanted a little bit more detail in the tutorial, and that's just my opinion. Some people might enjoy the tutorial, but again, I'm new. I'm trying to learn the game. So I would like to have details to see at least some of these mechanics. So if I need to go back and reference and practice it, I don't have to do the tutorial once, hit replay, do the tutorial once, hit replay. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying there. What's crazy is I don't really have anything bad to say about this game. I think the bad would be more towards the fans of KOF. And what I mean by that is, I think if you've already been playing this game, you might feel some type of way about allowing the game to be slightly more accessible to newer players. But I don't think they alienated their fan base for them to be mad. I think they actually listened to the fan base, because if I recall, the fan base were really mad at one point, and it looked like, at least from the people that I talked to that I know play KOF, they said that the community itself talked to the devs, and the devs looked at it and fixed the problems. So I don't, like I said, the only really bad things I have a problem with is the ripping and tearing. And when I say ripping and tearing, is like it'll load up, freeze, and then load again. I don't like that in the game. I think that's the only really bad thing, and the tutorial kind of sucks. But I don't really have any gripes with the game. I think the game is actually a very solid 8 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because you do have those flaws. But I do think the game is a solid 8 out of 10. It has really taken me away from Strive because it's giving me a fresh look at fighting games. And I think that's what people need. Now, I do think once the DLC characters come out, I know Team Garu is coming out, and then Team Southtown is coming out. I'm waiting for Billy. I am waiting for Billy. I am waiting for that character. Billy is going to be cold. But once those characters drop, I think they're going to start adding more and more mechanically asking characters where you need more execution to play these characters, especially with like Geese coming out and stuff like that. Once they come out, I really feel that's where the game is going to shine execution wise. I don't think it's in a bad place now. Obviously it's week 1, so people haven't really broken down the characters, and you do have a lot of people using legacy skills and legacy combos. But once the game gets tore up, especially with those DLC characters, it's gonna be interesting. Now, dude, the big question is, do I feel as though King of Fighters 15 it's going to be long lasting. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't, because this game is an acquired taste. So I think because of this acquired taste, I don't think it's going to take over any other games, especially with Street Fighter 6 supposedly being announced in like the next 3 days, whenever it comes out, and with Strive being a more simpler alternative to fighting games that everybody loves and enjoys. But I do think King of Fighters will have its own place as long as the FGC does give it a chance. Now, will people give it a chance? I'm giving it a chance. I honestly do think it's going to be a mainstay on the channel if you guys allow for it. I don't know if you guys are going to allow for it. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more KOF gameplay. But that's it. That's all I got to say. I do really enjoy the game. I think the game is an 8 out of 10. I think you should pick it up if you want to really get into old school footsies. You want to work on your execution, or if you're just a fighting game lover like me. But that is it. Like, share, subscribe. Twitch.tv/NappyHeadMillie. I probably will be streaming tomorrow. And other than that, peace.